Hello, everyone. Do you want to pass your U.S. citizenship interview easily? If so, this is good practice for you. The applicant has 3 errors. She also received a traffic ticket in the U.S. The immigration officer reviewed her form N400 strictly. She also asked her a lot of small talk and yes-no questions with word definitions. The questions in this interview are very common and you should be asked during your interview. Please practice and get well prepared for your interview.
Hello, I'm here for my U.S. citizenship test.
Hello. Show me your paperwork and your ID.
Here it is, sir.
All right. Enter the building and someone will assist you then.
Thank you.
Remove your shoes, jacket, and everything in your pocket. Put everything in the bin. Your cell phone must be placed in another bin. You can keep your water bottle and walk through the metal detector. You're all set. Your citizenship interview will be on the 3rd floor. The elevator is in the back. Then follow the sign to customer service to check in.
Thank you, sir. Hi, I'm here for my U.S. citizenship test.
Hi there. Can I see your USCIS notice?
Here it is.
All right, I will return the notice to you. Your waiting number is P4. Please have a seat and wait until you are called, okay?
Got it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
P4?
Good morning. That's me.
Good morning. I am Officer Akisha. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you. How are you?
I'm good too. I'll be conducting your naturalization interview. Can you follow me to the interview room?
Sure.
Please show me your interview notice. Okay, now you can put your belongings on the chair, but remain standing. Before we start the interview, I need to place you under oath. So please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Please be seated.
Thank you.
Have you been waiting a long time to talk to me?
No, about 15 minutes.
Did anyone come with you?
No, I came alone.
How far do you live from here?
It's about 1 hour by car.
Have you ever been here before?
No, I've never been here before.
Did you have any problems getting here?
No, officer.
Do you understand why you are here today?
Yes, I am here to take my citizenship test.
Why do you want to become a U.S. citizen?
I want to have a U.S. passport and I want to vote.
All right. Are you ready for the interview today?
Yes, I'm ready.
Let's begin the interview. Show me your green card, your state-issued ID, or driver's license and your passport.
Here you go.
Now I need to take your photo and collect your fingerprints. Just so you know, the photo will be used for your naturalization certificate. Can you look at the camera in front of you? Perfect. Please place your left index finger on the scanner. And now switch to your right index finger. We'll begin with the civics test. Feel free to ask me to rephrase the question if needed, okay?
Yes, thank you.
What is the highest court in the United States?
The Supreme Court.
What is one promise you make when you become a United States citizen?
Be loyal to the United States.
Who lived in America before the Europeans arrived?
American Indians.
What is the economic system of the United States?
Market economy.
Before he was president, Eisenhower was a general. What war was he in?
World War II.
Why does the flag have 50 stars?
Because there are 50 states.
Awesome! The next part is the reading and writing test. Can you read out loud the sentence on the tablet?
Who was the first president?
Great! I'll move on to the writing test. I need you to write a sentence on the tablet. I read a sentence to you, so please listen and write it down for me, okay?
Yes.
Please use a stylus pen on the table. Washington was the first president. Washington was the first president. All right, give me a second. You did a great job.
Thank you.
All right. I will review your Form N400 and your background. To make sure you meet all other eligibility requirements to become a U.S. citizen, okay?
I have some mistakes on my Form N400. Can you correct it for me?
All right. Let me know those mistakes when we go to that part. I will correct it for you, okay?
Thank you.
Your legal name is Leah Diaz?
Yes, that's correct.
What's your first name and what's your last name?
My first name is Leah. My last name is Diaz.
Have you used any other names in your country?
No, I haven't used any other names.
Have you changed your name before?
No.
Do you want to change your name?
No, officer.
How long have you lived in the U.S.?
I've lived in the U.S. for 7 years.
How did you get your green card?
I got my green card through my work.
What is your date of residency?
October 15th, 2018.
Is your father a U.S. citizen?
No.
Is your mother a U.S. citizen?
No, officer.
What is your date of birth?
My date of birth is March 22nd, 1995.
What's your phone number?
814-634-145.
Please give me your social security number.
683-12-4889.
What country are you originally from?
I'm from Cuba.
Are you a Cuba citizen?
Yes, I am.
Do you hold citizenship in any other country?
No, I don't. I'm only a Cuba citizen.
What is your current address?
My current address is 4833 West Northern Avenue, Glendale, Arizona, 85301. I have an error on the zip code. Can you please correct it for me?
So the correct zip code is 85301?
Yes.
Okay, I will update that right now.
Thank you.
When did you start living at that address?
I started living at this address on September 3rd, 2020.
Where did you live before that?
807 Chaparro Street, Las Cruces, New Mexico, 88001. This is the address that I lived before moving to my current address.
How long have you lived at this address?
I lived at this address for 2 years. I started living at this address since I got my green card.
Have you lived at any other address in the last 5 years?
That's all where I lived in the last 5 years.
All right. Your current employer is Pinal County?
Yes, that's correct.
You started working there since May 7th, 2020?
No, that's not correct. I made a mistake. I started working here on May 17th, 2020. Can you please correct the date for me?
Okay, that's no problem. Give me a second.
Thank you, officer.
What is your occupation?
I'm an administrative assistant.
Where did you work before?
City of Albuquerque, New Mexico.
When did you leave that job?
I left that job on June 28th, 2017.
Have you worked anywhere else in the last 5 years?
Yes, I used to work at Youth Development Inc. before.
All right. Have you ever left the U.S. in the last 5 years?
Yes, I've left the US one time in the last 5 years, but I forgot to list it on my form N400.
When did you leave the U.S.?
I left the US on June 16th, 2022.
When did you return to the U.S. on this trip?
I returned to the US on July 1st, 2022.
Why did you leave the U.S. on this trip?
I went on vacation and visited my family in Cuba.
Have you taken any trips outside the U.S. after you submitted your Form N400?
No.
Okay, I will update that.
Thank you.
What is your marital status?
I'm married.
When did you get married?
I got married on December 9th, 2021.
You got married in the U.S., is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
How many times have you been married?
I have been married one time.
Have you ever been divorced?
No, officer.
Who lives with you now?
My husband and my daughter live with me.
What is the current immigration status of your spouse?
He is a U.S. citizen.
Is your spouse a U.S. citizen at birth?
No, he became a U.S. citizen through naturalization.
What is your spouse's name?
His name is Mike Tran.
His date of birth is May 2nd, 1988. Is that correct?
Yes.
What does your spouse do for a living?
He's a salesman.
How many times has your spouse been married?
He has been married 1 time.
You have a daughter, correct?
Yes. I have a daughter.
What is her name?
Her name is Emmy Tran.
How old is your daughter?
She is 2 years old.
All right. Have you ever claimed to be a U.S. citizen in writing or any other way?
No,
Why not?
because I am not a U.S. citizen.
Do you currently owe any overdue federal, state, or local taxes in the United States?
No,
Since you became a lawful permanent resident, have you called yourself a non-resident alien on a federal, state, or local tax return, or decided not to file a tax return because you considered yourself to be a non-resident?
no.
What does file a tax return mean?
To send tax paperwork to the government.
Have you ever been a member of, involved in, or in any way associated with any communist or totalitarian party anywhere in the world?
No,
Have you ever advocated, supported, and promoted any opposition to all organized government?
no,
Were you ever involved in any way with genocide?
no,
Have you ever registered to vote or voted in any federal, state, or local election in the United States?
no,
Have you ever associated with any group anywhere in the world that advocated any of the establishment in the United States of a totalitarian dictatorship?
no, officer.
Have you ever advocated, supported, and promoted any of the overthrow by force or violence or other constitutional means of the government of the United States or all forms of law?
No,
Have you ever associated with any group anywhere in the world that advocated any of the unlawful damage, injury, or destruction of property?
no,
Have you ever advocated, supported, and promoted any of the unlawful assaulting or killing of any officer or officers of the government of the United States or of any other organized government because of their official character?
no,
Did you ever sell, give, or provide weapons to any person or help another person sell, give, or provide weapons to any person?
no,
Have you ever ordered, incited, called for, committed, assisted, helped with, or otherwise participated in genocide?
No.
Have you ever served in, been a member of, assisted, helped, or participated in any armed group? A group that carries weapons, for example, paramilitary unit, a group of people who act like a military group but are not part of the official military, self-defense unit, vigilante unit, rebel group, or guerrilla group?
No.
Have you ever participated in any kind of sexual contact or activity with any person who did not consent, did not agree, or was unable to consent, could not agree, or was being forced or threatened by you or by someone else?
No.
Have you ever been arrested, cited, or detained by any law enforcement officer, including any immigration official, or any of the U.S. Armed Forces for any reason?
Yes. I received a speeding ticket from the police.
When did that happen?
It happened on May 6th, 2023.
How much did you pay the fine?
I paid $200.
Did you have to go to court or traffic school?
No, I didn't.
Have you ever used any person under 15 years of age to take part in hostilities or attempted or worked with others to do so?
No.
Have you ever engaged in prostitution, attempted to procure or import prostitutes or persons for the purpose of prostitution, or received any proceeds or money from prostitution?
No.
Have you ever been charged with committing, attempting to commit, or assisting in committing a crime or offense?
No.
Have you ever sold or smuggled controlled substances, illegal drugs, or narcotics?
No.
Can you explain what controlled substances are?
Legal drugs that can be bought with a prescription.
All right. Have you ever made any misrepresentation to obtain any public benefit in the United States?
No.
Have you ever married someone in order to obtain an immigration benefit?
No.
If the law requires it, are you willing to bear arms on behalf of the United States?
Yes.
If the law requires it, are you willing to perform work of national importance under civilian direction?
Yes.
Do you support the Constitution and form of government of the United States?
Yes, I do.
What is form of government of the United States?
Republic.
Have you ever gambled illegally or received income from illegal gambling?
No.
Have you ever been placed in removal, exclusion, rescission, or deportation proceedings?
No.
Have you ever given any U.S. government officials any information or documentation that was false, fraudulent, or misleading?
No.
Do you now have, or did you ever have, a hereditary title or an order of nobility in any foreign country?
No.
Do you understand the full oath of allegiance to the United States?
Yes.
Do you understand the full oath of allegiance to the United States?
Yes.
Are you willing to take the full oath of allegiance to the United States?
Yes.
What is the oath of allegiance in the United States?
A promise to be loyal to the United States.
Now, please look at the tablet and review the updated Form N400. Make sure all information is correct. And let me know if you see any errors.
Everything looks good to me. I don't see any errors.
Great. Please sign the last page for me. The next one is the Oath of Allegiance. Please verify if your full name is accurate. And have a look at the Oath of Allegiance. You don't need to memorize these words. But make sure if you're willing to take the oath. So please sign at the bottom. You met all requirements to become a U.S. citizen. You passed your interview today. Congratulations!
Thank you very much. I'm so happy to hear that.
I know how you feel you need to take the oath of allegiance to become a U.S. citizen. We will send you an appointment notice with the date, time, and location of your naturalization oath ceremony. It should be delivered to your mailbox within 2 to 4 weeks. Please make sure you receive a notice and attend your oath ceremony. Do you have any questions at this point?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
Perfect. I'll walk you out.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to our channel for more.